would like to introduce you to the three finalists for the Digital Preservation Award for Teaching and Communications 2024. We are here on behalf of four partners of the Dutch Digital Heritage Network: Sound and Vision, KB, the National Library, the National Archives of the Netherlands, and the International Institute of Social History are honored to sponsor this important award as a recognition of excellence in outreach, training, and advocacy.
In the Dutch Digital Heritage Network, we work together implementing the National Digital Heritage Strategy. The aim of the national strategy is to make heritage easy to find and therefore increase its use. For the sustainability of heritage, organizations work together to safeguard their digital information. And to this end, they use tools and other resources that help prevent the loss of information. In this way, the information sources will remain available to heritage users in the long term.
And to accomplish all this, we are in need of people with knowledge and skills. That is why our network partners feel it is important to support and endorse initiatives like these three finalists have shown.
This is the classroom, one of Ireland's most enterprising spaces for digital preservation. Students aiming to compete in the Den were tasked with the following: present a Dragon's Den style pitch of a game they have developed, present a one-page advert highlighting the important components of the game, and provide a 3-page description of the game. The main objective of the assessment was to develop a game that communicates a digital preservation topic in a fun, innovative, approachable way.
The main objective of our board game, Dungeons and Documents, is to explain digital preservation in a fun, innovative way. Our approach was to convey that digital preservation is not as straightforward as simply saving a file, which is demonstrated by players having to protect against threats that mimic real-life digital preservation issues throughout the course of the game. These threats refer to ideas of panic, destruction, and dystopian futures, which are all common metaphors used in reference to digital preservation. However, the motif of archivists on a quest in a medieval setting is so effective because it demonstrates that digital preservation is an ongoing journey that will fail if digital objects are not preserved continuously.
Instead of the classical digital preservation time bomb analogy, we wanted to be more innovative. We chose to use the hero's journey. It let us present the process of digital preservation as an exciting adventure, not as the usual panicked dash. We took the narrative and used it to innovate new expressions of digital curation concepts and terms. Metadata, for instance, appears as tokens carried on the character sheet, while metaphor presents user skepticism as a swamp on the map, the mirror of mistrust. We translated protecting data integrity into a score value, since backups give extra lives, preventing the treasures from being lost to perils, and also count towards points tallied at the end of the game.
We believe that our digital preservation game, Dungeons and Documents, is a practical tool for outreach purposes because it is designed to be enjoyable for audiences of all ages. The game makes digital preservation clear and accessible to a wider audience by use of an overarching journey narrative and through connecting important preservation concepts to game mechanics. These strong conceptual ties make the game adaptable for any audience, including stakeholders or members of the public without any prior knowledge of digital preservation.
I believe Ellen, Fergal, and Lena's submission will make a lasting contribution to digital preservation because it shifts classic narratives associated with digital preservation, fear, panic, and alarm, to a more nuanced and fitting one of a journey, tied up into an approachable game. It opens a wider conversation about evolving the metaphors we use in digital preservation, and I was pleased to come along for the journey.
Box is the leading digital archive for academic publishers and research libraries and exists to ensure the hard work and knowledge of scholars will be available for future generations. Michael Keller, Vice Provost and University Librarian at Stanford University, and Alicia Wise, CLOC's Executive Director, share some key points. Alicia, 25% of academic journals are known to be at risk for preservation, and the percentage for academic books is even higher. Is there a solution?
Outreach, training, and advocacy are absolutely essential. And this is because preserving digital books and journals requires action by publishers. At CLOCs, we bring together those publishers with librarians and experts on digital preservation, and they work really closely together. They build understanding, and crucially, they build trust. A working group of librarians and publishers has recently co-created a guide on digital preservation, and we've launched an international education campaign through key publishing trade associations all around the world. By involving all the stakeholders from the outset, they've crafted something with real power and meaning, and that will have greater impact than what's come before.
Thank you, Alicia. I can see the value for publishers as an added layer of preservation security. Mike, how does the library community benefit from ensuring scholarship is preserved?
Blocks is the essential extra in this digital age that helps us in the library world accomplish the role that we have for preserving for the long term content that has been developed and presented through publishers by our professors and other researchers. That alone is a big, big deal. That this has been going on for a couple of decades with really great technology that's gone through several different versions is very important for librarians to know and appreciate.
Thank you so much for your valuable insight. More information is available at clocks.org.
Hello world. The first line of code for many is to ask the computer to make these two words appear. Sounds easy, but what's next? This is where the Bits and Bots study group comes in, an international study group for developing digital skills. Why? Well, studying with others is better than by yourself, and here everyone, including the organisers, learn together. Having a non-technical background, it is difficult to find a starting point, time and motivation to gain digital skills. That's why we decided to start the group, open to everyone. The main differences between Bits and Bots and similar programs is it is aimed at those working within digital preservation, information management and the wider GLAM community. And most excitingly, we learn through building games.
So how does it work? We provide two learning tracks, Python or front-end development. Participants study our curriculum of 8 modules designed to slowly increase technical skills while being manageable alongside a busy job. Each module has tangible goals: create a game and directly implement new concepts. The modules use free and openly available resources. Each month, we also offer standalone expert sessions on topics such as GitHub, 3D models in HTML and the command prompt. These are adapted to the skill level of the members and allow us to check in and provide support. While our main goal is improving digital skills, we have a secondary aim. Participants are encouraged to create games that advocate for the profession. We are building a library of digital preservation-specific games that encourage learning. The Python track has seen us create games like the Hangman, using functions, lists, dictionaries and loops. As the modules progress, the games become more complex. The front-end development track has seen us create adventure games using Twine and websites with HTML, CSS and JavaScript, hosted on the GitHub pages. Future goals include using JavaScript for word-guessing games and collaborating on final group projects.
Our study group has 47 members across 5 continents, and we use Discord for collaboration and questions. Members have told us they see their skills growing and are encountering situations in their work where they are useful. We are proud of the positive feedback we have received. Without our members, Bits and Bots would not exist. Our guides and expert session materials are freely available online on our GitHub repository, alongside the compendium of games. These can be used to learn, independently or together, and to expand this library of knowledge. The Bits and Bots study group has proved to be a successful global collaboration, focused on learning together in a creative way. We have shown that learning new digital skills can be fun. With dedication and a gaming element, we have created a community that learns new skills that can be used in day-to-day work. Game on.